Good morning, good day. How are you this glorious day? Have you ever seen lovelier weather? Never. Hello, good morning, everyone. Valdair, Ryan, Voodoo Val's here. Andreas, good evening from Germany. I guess it is not morning. I sang a song to you about good morning. Good evening, good day. There we go. Hello, Apervi, Jose. Hey, Jose. Hello, Roxa. Hey, friend. Hello, everyone in chat. Today we are going to be hanging out. Rainy home office day, Valdair. Hello, Williams in here. Today we're going to be hanging out. If you don't know me or haven't seen me or haven't tuned in before, hello, my name is Andrew Hochradel. You can just call me Hoch. It's H-O-C-H. It's super German. Hello, friend from Germany. Our friend from Germany, who was that? I missed it. Hi, Ryan. If you can tell me what Hochradel means, it's very German. So let our chat know. And hello, I'm your host today from 12 to about 1:45. It is going to be a very fun time. Sorry, I just lost connection on my iPad chat, and I want to make sure that I can talk with you guys. So just one second as I pull that up. So today we are talking about something called CanceledCon. We're going to be working on branding for CanceledCon, and I need your help. CanceledCon is a little initiative that I am putting together, and it is something to bring everyone together. It's going to be an online live stream that has a bunch of guests. It's April 4th and April 5th. Sorry, I'm still trying to get you guys back on chat for a second. So it's April 4th and 5th. It is going to be online at canceledcon.com. Now, you can go there right now and be super helpful for this stream because all of the assets we will be working with are hosted there at canceledcon.com. If you click on the design assets portion, you'll be able to download and work alongside us today. And I actually need your help. A lot of people are hopefully not thinking this is a big team putting on a major conference. It's me alone in my bedroom putting on a fun conference online, and we're building all the branding here with some friends and live on stream. All right, chat, you are coming back. You are loading very slowly. I miss you. I feel like I have been socially distanced from you in this moment. So CanceledCon, is right here. That's a Hereditary poster I made. This is CanceledCon, April 4th and 5th, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. hanging out at canceledcon.com. All right, let's hop right in. And now let's start talking about all the things we're going to make today. Hello, friends from Turkey. Hello, Cindy. So good to see you all. So if you aren't already, you can hop over onto Behance, and here you can see the daily creative challenges that have been going on. I believe that it was actually right before this. I think it was this morning. I think we had Jesus doing the daily creative challenges. Today, you're working with layer styles in Photoshop. So we're going to be looking at those at the end of stream today, doing some review and just hanging out, giving you guys some feedback on those and hopefully helping you up your game. But to the task at hand today, if you have not joined our Discord, bit.ly/psdiscord, today we will be working and chatting a lot in the chat channel. So if you go into Discord, this is currently the current challenge channel. But if you come down here over into the chat channel, click on chat. This is one of the less busy channels. So we'll be talking in here a little bit. I may have you guys toss some assets if you're making stuff, or I may just have you brainstorm with me. It's a great place. You can be talking in the side chat as well. But if you have sketches or anything as you have ideas, go ahead, drop them in this Discord. I'll be trying to monitor it back and forth. If you do drop something and have a great idea, this is all cross inspiration. So if you have a great idea, toss a sketch down, let me know in chat that you've dropped it in Discord, and I will hop over into Discord and say hello and take a look at that as well. Cool. What else do we need to talk about today? Yes, we need to talk about a couple things. So today we will actually be going through Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and InDesign. We are doing a full workflow. This is like full workflow. We are going to be going through all of these things. I'm going to show you how to do data merges. I'm going to show you how to do Photoshop presets. We are going technical today, and we're going to go and do as much as we can, as fast as we can, but I'm going to be making assets live so that you guys can track along and hopefully use these assets as we design today. So let's go ahead and hop over here. So this is the website for CanceledCon. You can go to canceledcon.com or hawk.co/canceledcon. We have some information. This is actually the branding that we did yesterday on stream. If you missed that, we were doing the branding. We created a logo. We created a little bit of a brand system using this strike through. We defined typography styles, and we have even updated with some sponsors. Hey, Adobe. Hey, Chomp. Our friends at Chomp. So we got some cool sponsors here, and our lineup is ever growing. It's 2 days, so we're filling it up. But the thing that's important on this site is this, the Design Assets button. What I want you to do is go there, click on this Design Assets button, and we're going to walk through it together. And it will take you to my Adobe Creative Cloud. I have a shared folder, and in the shared folder, we have all of the PNGs, SVGs of all the different variations of the logo. So you can put these on social graphics if you want to promote it, if you want to make a fun profile picture, literally anything you want, you can do with these assets. They are open source. And yes, those are a lot of things to do. Clever, we are going to handle it. It's going to be awesome. So all of the assets are here, logos, different variations. And then we also have typography designations for you. There's a social share button or social share image in here. You can do that. That's totally fine. Oh, my quality has dropped. Sorry, I'm just looking over at the monitor. Hopefully it'll come back up. So you can look at the social share buttons. And again, you can just click on these and you can download. If you're using Creative Cloud on your phone, it's much easier to share. So download Creative Cloud on your phone as well. And we have typography styles defined here. So if you need to, you can open this file. I also have the AI. So you can open the AI file and it will sync all of those from Adobe Creative Cloud. So you can start making assets and fun stuff for the CanceledCon. Now, I also have something very important in here that I want you to be a part of. And that is our key messaging. So this is a new text document. If you just open this, and I've written some key messaging for the con that I want to be something that we communicate, that I want to blast out to friends. So there are 3 different paragraphs here that you can use for captions. Our hashtags that we're using is CanceledCon with 1 L or 2, depends on where you are, how the spelling is. And the hashtag that I'm going with is creativity is over party. Yes, we are trying to cancel creativity, right? We're jumping full on in to the Twitter cancel culture, and we are going to cancel creativity because this is CanceledCon and it is creative. So some of the key messaging that we're working, and this is where I could use your help today. Leverage the assets of the colors, the typography, and some of the general vibe we've been working with the brand. And start making some posters or promotional images, or maybe a card, or maybe you have printed something. Maybe you want to make a name tag, which maybe we'll do today. If you want to make something, here are the key messages to say. We're using the verbiage of creativity is canceled, and then putting maybe the logo on there as well. Hashtag creativity is over party. We're using sorry, I'm getting canceled if you are RSVPing to the event, and the key messaging of the perfect time for canceled plans, because we're making plans to all get canceled together. We're going down with the ship, but kind of playing on people hating having plans that get canceled. But you know what? These plans are canceled, right? Super fun. Hello, friends. Oh, I didn't realize that you could like comment on things. Hello, Piotr. That's super fun that you can comment on this Creative Cloud. That's super fun. Yay. That makes me really happy. So yeah, go ahead and look into that file. Again, it is just on canceledcon.com, clicking on design assets, and I will be making things and uploading them live today on stream as we go. So what I'm going to do is, instead of showing you how to apply a lot of these things, I'm going to make the tool and set it free into the folder for then you to follow along as we create more assets. Now, the things that we will be making today. Hello, Ashi. Hello. So fun. Hi. Very sweet. Yes. Voodoo Bal. Yeah, she's the best. So today we will be taking a look at the branding. I will be talking about the assets, which I already did. I'm looking at my checklist right next to the camera. I went over the key messaging. So we're going to do Photoshop actions today to show you how to maintain a cohesive look if you're doing a campaign or if you're building a brand. And then I'm going to show you how to do InDesign data merges. And a lot of people have done data merge with content. I'm going to flip it on its head and show you how to do data merge with content and with images. My neighbor just launched up his insanely loud motorcycle, so if you hear any weird rumbling in the background, it means that he's tough. So let's go ahead and hop right in. Let's go over into Photoshop to start off our stream. And hopefully I'm on the right screen. Yep. All right. There's the button I want. And before we go into anything, I always like to highlight creatives that I think are really cool and doing amazing work. I thought this piece was fitting. This is for another project that I'm going to be launching at CanceledCon that I'm calling Zealzine. It's a kind of charity fundraiser with some cool art from some fun people. But this piece here I thought was absolutely perfect for all of us kind of being socially distanced. This illustration is by my friend Jordan Ayatt. You can follow him on Instagram at Ayatt Jordan. Let's zoom in on that. Ayatt Jordan. There we go. Full screen. Go follow him on Instagram and hang out. He's super cool. He does amazing work. He's a super fun illustrator. And again, I thought this piece was just perfect for where we are now. All hanging out in our homes, but together. But if you want to, you can stay an introvert and not. Voodoo Val, how does one apply to present at CanceledCon? Let's chat. I'll send you a DM a little bit later. And we can chat about that. That could be super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Sorry, Jordan. Love you. This work is incredible. One last look. Follow Jordan. Last plug. All right, here we go. Now let's start working on things. Let's go ahead and I'm going to start opening up an image. So we're just going to Command O. Oh my goodness, my files. Don't look at all these files. I'm ashamed. So these are some headshots that I have pulled of some of our speakers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, you know what? Let's talk. We're still talking about Jordan. Let's go ahead and grab Jordan's. So we're going to hit open. We're just going to open this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording an action, and I'm going to walk you through the steps as we do this so that you know the steps to do this process. But really what I'm doing here is I'm building an action that I'm going to upload right now that you guys can use if you want to change your profile picture on Instagram or Facebook to be in line with the CanceledCon branding. Totally. Go for it. So I'm going to go over here and click on actions. I have so many. What's happening? Why do I have so many actions? Guys, I swear I don't do this many things with actions. Wow. I want to make a new folder, and I'm just going to call it CanceledCon. CanceledCon. We're going to hit OK. And now I'm going to click New. I'm going to do this as photo treatment. I'm going to hit Record. And now you'll see this red button is recording. So from now on, what's going to happen is everything that is happening is going to be recorded so that I can repeat it again and again and again. All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? So let's actually hop over real quick and take a look at our inspiration for CanceledCon. So our mood board that we had created, this is all work we did yesterday. Our mood board that we had created, we liked some photo treatments that were using some stuff like this, like the Velvet Underground, some of this kind of stuff, the black and white with the red overlay, this kind of duotone kind of thing. So I want to chase that a little bit, and I'm actually going to work with this stark black and white with maybe a little bit of texture on there. So let's hop back into Photoshop. So we are recording everything that we do, and to get that black and white kind of look that I want, what I'm going to do and try to do, we'll see how it works, is something called threshold. So I'm going to go to filter. I'm making this up as we go, guys. I haven't used threshold in so long that I think I've forgotten where it is. It is in layer, adjustment layer, threshold. There we go. Hey, look at the, yes, I still have the perspective grid from yesterday. I haven't turned it off. So this is the threshold, and this is, again, working with layer adjustment layers. So you guys worked on this yesterday. So this is the kind of vibe that I want. This is a little bit too intense. So we're going to come in here and we're going to pull this threshold back. You know what? This threshold isn't getting exactly what I want. And so I'm going to go ahead and not use that. So because we made a mistake, we need to go back to our actions, and I'm going to stop this. I'm going to delete these. There we go. And we are going to record one more time, starting again. So we're recording. Let's go to layers. I'm going to do a gradient map instead. I'm more comfortable using gradient maps than threshold or anything else. And a gradient map is basically taking the values of black and white. And so if something is lighter, it's making it white. If something's darker, it's making it black. We also can change these. So maybe we want it to be our red color that we're using, and everything that is black now becomes red, right? Kind of cool. And then you can pull these so that the whites become brighter, so that the reds become darker, and even shift the midpoint to kind of get those nice little midpoints. Yes, Ashi, he is very nice. He is an amazing illustrator. Go check out his Instagram, and you'll see there are some more friendly pictures of him. I actually took this picture, and I thought it looked dapper. So yeah, go check it out. So yes, industrial rebellion kind of theme. So what I'm going to do is use this black and white gradient map. We're going to adjust the kind of darkness on this. I want a really stark kind of black and white for these images, because it is the canceled is all that black and white. So I really want to push these to have a lot of contrast, very bright whites, very dark blacks. And so this feels about where I want it to go, but I also want to add some noise to give it that little bit of like a grungy feel. So I'm going to go ahead and select this background. Actually, we're just going to make a new layer on top. I'm thinking. Actually, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and hit Command-Shift-E, and that is going to press everything down into one layer. So just push it into one layer, and we can go to Filter, Noise, Add Noise. And I like doing this because it adds, right, this little bit of noise here. I'm going to take this up to maybe 5%. That's too much. Let's take it to 4%. That's perfect. So taking that to 4%, it's got that grain to it that I really like that helps capture that kind of industrial theme. And again, we're trying to make sure that this con looks like it has like that redacted kind of industrial moment. So let's go ahead and hit OK here. And something that I've actually noticed, and we talked about this yesterday, is if we want to overlay like say like an image, right, where we want to do a red square over his eyes or face, right, to do that kind of redacted, rebellious kind of vibe. And if we multiply this, the problem that we're going to run into is it's not going to pick up as much as I want on this black right here. And I want it to have that full redacted, crossed out, canceled look that we're using in the branding. So I'm going to go ahead and undo all of the things that I've done. We're going to go back to the action. I'm going to reset this. And again, you guys don't need to necessarily pay attention to these steps, but I'm about to give you this action. So now that we know what we're doing, I'm going to hit begin recording, go to layers. I'm going to make a gradient map like we did. But this time, I want the gradient map to be a light gray instead of doing black. So we're going to change this to a light gray. And again, I usually just pull it up a little bit, not much. And what that will do is now when we multiply that red on top, it is going to do a lot more interaction, and it's going to multiply those colors much more. So I'm going to pull this white up a little bit to get that contrast that I want. Cool. And now we're finding that mid-tone gray that I think that I really liked that was happening in the branding. So now I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to come back to layers. I'm going to Command-Shift-E to push this down. And then we are going to go to Filter, Noise, Add Noise. And again, we just want 4%. And because it's lighter, that noise is actually way too harsh for me. So we're going to take it down to 2%. And that's perfect, right? It has that kind of scanned, photocopied, off of the shelf kind of look. And yes, we're going to do maybe some white bands. We'll do some red sleeves. Right now I'm focusing on doing the photo treatment, and we're actually going to do all of the red bands and additions to logos and that stuff in InDesign because it's going to be way faster and way easier for me. So we're going to hit OK. There we go. And now we're going to come over to our actions, and we are going to go ahead and stop. So now what we can do is, let's say I want another one of our speakers and I want another image. I can grab, let's grab the hoods. Hi hoods, if you're watching at home. I know yesterday I saw on Insta stories that one of them was watching, so thank you. Now we are going to go back, and this action that we have, I can simply click on photo treatment. I can hit play, and it is now toned that to the black and white with that gray happening on the darkest points. It has added the texture to us all in a very quick click. So that's very easy to do and very helpful for me to do something quick and easy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Canceled con here. Save actions, and I'm going to go to the Cancel Con folder in the Cancel Con assets, and guess what? Photo treatment, save, syncing, there we go. So now, if you come to canceledcon.com and you go to Design Assets, we'll see if it's synced already. Let's see how fast my internet speed is while also streaming and doing all of the things. It's struggling. All right, oh, there we go. There we go. Now it's loading. So we come down here and boom, photo treatment, which means it's an action that you can open up in Photoshop. How you're going to do that is you're just going to come here, open actions, click on this little 3 lines and hit load actions and load in our actions. So if you want to change a profile, if you want to do whatever you want with your photo or with someone else's photo, go for it. Put it in the Canceled Con look and feel. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to close these. Don't want to save. And I'm going to go to File. And what's great about doing actions is I can batch them. I'm going to go to Automate. I'm going to go to Batch. And what I can do is I can select the action that I want to do. So the action that I want to do, where are we? Oh, there we go. So we want it Cancel Con. Then we want to go to Photo Treatment. And here I'm going to define what is the source folder that I'm using. So I'm using Cancel Con, and I'm using this headshots folder because those are the people I want. We're going to hit Select Folder. We are going to override open command so that it opens each one. I'm going to save it as the document name, which is fine, but I want to save it into, let's do an edited folder in here. And you guys don't have access to this yet, but you will. So I'm going to go ahead and sync it to this edited folder, select folder. There we go. It's going to start with the number 1, and hopefully this works. So all I need to do now is I'm saying all of these photo treatments, I want you to grab out of this folder. I want you to run the photo treatment usage, and then I want you to do the document name, rename it, and save it in the new file. So we're going to hit OK and see what happens. Okay. Didn't work. It's not currently available. Continue, set, visible. Did I not have an open? What do I need to do here? Automate, batch. Maybe I need to turn off the overrides and hit OK. There we go. Now it's going. All right, so let's see if that synced and if I did that right. I may have not. Oh, it did not sync to. Oh, you know what happened, guys? I didn't add a save as on the action. So that action, I'm actually going to save over in a second. So merge visual, add noise. I'm going to record one. Actually, I'm going to run this. We are troubleshooting live. This is how it works sometimes. So I'm going to run that. Got it. Then I'm going to record one more, and I am going to Command-Shift-S. I'm going to save this as a JPEG, and I'm going to save it into our folder. Save, those are my options that I'd like. Save, there we go, and then I'll close that. All right, I'm going to update this currently right now. So that folder. And the great thing about Creative Cloud, guys, if you aren't using Creative Cloud, you are missing out, is I can literally just come here, click on this, hit save, replace it, and boom, now I don't need to do anything else. All of you have the updated file. So let's try this one more time. We are going to go to automate, batch. We are going to click, yes, we want headshots. Yes, we want it to go into the headshots edited. We want it to use the canceled con action. We want it to use the photo treatment action that we had created. And I think that what's going to happen is it's going to work now. Let's try it and hit OK. Okay, it's working. Yep. So it's asking me because it was saving to a different place. It asked me, what are your settings you want to save at? Here we go. It's going through all these. Those were all of the speakers, well, some of the speakers that are speaking at Canceled Con. And now if I come into the headshots, edited, boom, all these headshots are edited in our style and in the way that we want them to be edited, right? Super fun. So now that we have these edited, we can start moving along. Now, goodbye Photoshop. We are going out of Photoshop and now into InDesign. Try to keep up. So it's just to recap, we have been working and we created a Photoshop action that will very quickly change over photos and photography for you. So let's see if we can show maybe the before and after of what our action has done. There we go. So here's the after of our friend Emily Poulin. She is the best, amazing, amazing designer. One of my favorite people was one of my students in the past. So here's the before, right? And with one click, boom, we have now created a branded, styled image with the toning that we want, with the noise that we want, all of the pieces. Hi, Joseph. You're a little bit late, but like that's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shut these down. I'm going to go over into InDesign. And again, if you guys want to be treating your photos, if you want to help me and treat some photos of some of the speakers on the list, if we look over here at canceledcon.com, my goodness, we have 1 million people. So in theory, I'm going to have to pull and edit and make the Photoshop action for all these people, find their photos, and then run that Photoshop action to make them. So if you want to, you guys can help out by downloading that Photoshop action, grabbing some of the assets, and then going right here to the design assets. You can grab that Photoshop action that is down here and help me out with some of those photo assets. Right now we are using in Discord, the Photoshop Discord, the chat channel. So if you're using Photoshop, working with those actions, grabbing some photos of friends, grab those and drop them into Discord. That will be super helpful for me and make you guys all a part of this conference. Yay, Canceled Con together. So if you don't have the Discord link, here it is. Discord link. Yes, Gus is Gus from Adobe. That is his full name, actually. Gus is his first name, From is his middle name, Adobe is his last name. Yes, Gus is here from Adobe. But go to this link up here, and that's where you can find the chat that we are working with, and help me out by literally going to, oops, wrong window. Literally going to canceledcon.com, clicking on design assets, and running this photo treatment on some of the speakers that we have on this list. So thank you. Next, we are going to hop over into InDesign, and this is not necessarily where I need help, but I'm going to be making some social media images. So we're going to go ahead and set pixels. I like to make social media images at 1080 by 1080. It's probably not the right way to do it, but guess what? There's no wrong way to do it. All right. Did you know that chat is French for cat? Hello, cats. I'm going to start referencing chat as cat the entire time. So now we are in InDesign. Hello, friends. Welcome to InDesign. InDesign, maybe you haven't used in a while, but I think it's time that we get back into it. InDesign is a super powerful tool, and you're going to see that you could sit in Illustrator or Photoshop for hours making individual social media assets, or you could do what we're about to do right now and do it all in 3 minutes. Guys, I have like an hour left on this stream, and I think that we're going to do so many assets in the next hour that it's going to be insane. So what I want you to do is, you don't need to do this. I'm doing this. And I'm setting this up for the future that hopefully you guys will edit some of those photos for me and I can just add on and data flow these. Data merge. So I'm going to go ahead and make a box over this. And InDesign, you really need to think about as a scrapbook, right? As if you're scrapbooking, you're adding things and placing things, making placeholders and saying, hey, I want this to go here, and kind of placing pictures in your layout. So we want the whole image to be taken up by by a picture. Actually, we don't. That was the doorbell. There's a delivery. We're live, everyone, from my home. So let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to pull this in because I want a kind of faux border. I love having a faux border around things, and thinking ahead with our design system, we're going to use that redacted kind of red line all the way across. So I want it to show some interaction with the white over here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just place an image here as a placeholder. We are going to grab our friend Jordan because we love Jordan. We're going to do these edited, and there we go. Here's Jordan. There we go. And what we're going to do is I want to make sure that I'm thinking about creating the settings and layout on this particular one that will be cohesive for all of the images that we will be using. So I'm going to go to right click and go to frame options, which is pause, effects. Where are you? Frame options. Is it fitting? There we go. Frame fitting options. We are going to go to auto fit. That's not what I want. Oh, that actually is what I want. This image is just a little bit. So I want it auto fit and I want it to fill the frame proportionally. So as we saw, we're gonna hit OK. As we saw, the hood's image is a different size. Emily's image is a different size. Shauna's image is a different size. But with doing those settings and setting it to fill proportionally, it doesn't matter. As I flow those different images in, it's actually going to very quickly scale those to exactly how I want them. So next, I want to define where the logo will be and where the names will be. And I want to make sure that when I put stuff on here, I want the name to be on there. I want the time that they will be on there. And I also want maybe the topic that they're talking about. So let's go ahead and I'm going to grab Illustrator, go into Illustrator, and I'm going to grab, let's grab this asset. So we've been doing this cool thing where the logo kind of extends over something that's redacted. And I think that's just a cool vibe for us to continue using. I'm going to go ahead and actually grab one of our assets that is white. Sorry, I'm thinking. Yes. So I'm going to grab one of these that is white. I'm going to go ahead and make the middle red. And I'm just going to copy and paste this into InDesign. This is the great part about using multiple programs is you can just copy and paste things all over the place. So now we have this cool thing. And Jordan's picture is actually a little bit wonky because it's not quite big enough. But that is okay. We will work with that after the fact when we need to fix it. So I'm going to bring this logo down a little bit. And I like to take logos and put them in corners. So we're just putting that in the corner of this image. There we go. That's about right for me. We're actually going to take this up higher. Let's do that. Because we want to do two different lines. I'm going to come back into Illustrator and I am going to look at our type hierarchies. So we're using Titling Gothic wide black for names or for major titles. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and make this. I actually think that I have used something else on a social image that I made, but we'll try this. And if this doesn't work, then we'll go down here and start using Trade Gothic. So Titling Gothic wide black. Let's hop on over here. We're going to make a text box, and I'm going to put Jordan Iott on 2 lines. And I believe we were doing Titling Gothic. I forgot. Wide black? Wide black. There we go. Let's do these in all caps because honestly, these people deserve it. They're doing all this for free for the community. And we should put them in all caps because they deserve that. So we're going to bring this down here. And I'm just going to make the text white. And you can do that in InDesign by going to your swatches, clicking on the T, and clicking white. There we go. Jordan Iott. And something that we did that I think is going to be nice is I tried to take the whites to not be full white so that even though we have some interaction here, it hopefully will not be a huge problem. So I'm going to, I'll drag this across his name. I'll make sure that it is in front of his name, and I'm going to multiply. There we go. So we turn this off. Right now we've got that cool redacted, right? We have the logo of this double C, the canceled con, but we also have the logo extending through that cool kind of redacted vibe, which I think is just so cool. And then his name down here, I think is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and bring the tracking in on this a little bit because, Command T. I want it to be a little bit closer. I love just stacking letters super close and scrunching them as much as I can. You know what? I'm going to take the size of this down a little bit so that I can line up the bottom of these letters with that. Yeah, it's looking dope, I think, and hopefully you guys can use these assets and create things that are equally his dope. I'm going to, there we go. That feels just about right, right? Going through, there we go. Cool. So now we've got this cool redacted vibe going through. I like it. You know what? I made it a little bit too big. Let's turn that, let's turn that ruler back on. Oh boy, I missed it. It's gone. All right, so that's a vibe. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what I did. Cool. So we hit that. That's a vibe. And again, I'm thinking about not only how this will affect Jordan's, but how it will affect everyone else's. So I'm going to put up here, I want to put the time that Jordan's going to be on. So I'm just making a text box. Jordan is going to be on, let's say at 8:30 a.m. Good morning, Jordan. I'm going to make this in our secondary support type, which is Trade Gothic. I forgot. Trade Gothic, next, LT Pro, bold, condensed, italic. My goodness, Andrew. Trade Gothic, bold, compressed, Pro. Bold, compressed, italic. Let's find it here. Compressed, bold, condensed, italic. There it is. Oh my goodness. Nothing like making, there we go. All right, we're going to pull this up. And again, I am thinking about how this will affect everyone else, so I don't want to make this too crazy. So we're doing 8:30 a.m. PST. I'm going to go ahead and align this to that edge because I know that there may be extra numbers that add in here. Jose, I've done data merge with Photoshop and usually start with the longest name to make sure all the names fit proportionally and do not get out of frame. Or is there a way to get around this? Yes, there is a way to get around this. I'm going to show you that. You can scale the text boxes to the size, or sorry, you can scale the type to the size of the text box. So we're going to do that in actually just a second. So I want the time up here. Let's go ahead and just drop the website over on the other side. Yeah, sure. There we go. I put that a little bit too far. There we go. Question about the con. Feel free to do our talks and whatnot going to be recorded anyway. I'm going to try. YouTube only lets you do an archive of 12 hours, so we're going to have to take a break in the middle. And I'm hopefully going to keep a record of it. So we got cancelcon.com up there. That's great. Jordan Iott. And why not under here? Let's go ahead and add a add what they're doing. Let's do like a topic. So that will be in our body copy maybe. So Jordan's going to be doing a live illustration workshop. Again, he's an amazing illustrator. Follow him on Instagram, please. So here we're using PT Mono regular. We're going to come back over. I like that this is turning into an InDesign stream. That's it, dude. In branding, you have to be able to use whatever tools you need and make sure that you are proficient so that you can make cool stuff. Illustration. Please help me. All right, we're going to go ahead and right there. And sure, that is going to be what Jordan's doing. I'm going to make this a little bit longer because some people are doing weird things, just in case. And now I know that some of the names are going to get crazy, so I'm going to go to filter, I'm going to right click on this, go to fitting, go to, nope, text frame options. Again, I'm going to go up here to text frame options. And here you can actually set to fit auto size. So you click on auto size here and you hit width only because I only want it to auto size to the width. Oh, this may not be right. There is a way to do augmented sizes, but you have to do it through I believe CAD. This is going to augment the this is going to augment the text box size, which is still helpful, so let's do it. We want it to augment to the height and width. Keep the proportions. So some of the people with longer names, like me, are going to be a little bit different, but that's fine. It's going to flow them all, and so we can go through and it'll be easy. There is a way. That's not at all what I wanted to do. All right, we're going to do it manually because there is a way to do this, but I think it's going to take too much time to get in and it's going to get way too technical for our general audience. So we're just going to keep it like this. So we have Jordan Iott live illustration with our logo down here. We have the canceledcon.com. We have the time that he will be on. And now what I want to do that I'm like, cool, this feels right. I'm going to, you know what? I really want to do this. Right? Like this cool little eye thing over everyone's like eyes to get them canceled. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's a vibe and I'm into it. So we're keeping it. Cool. So we have that there. And now I'm going to replace all of these. These were just placeholders. This one can stay. But what I've done is in just Google Spreadsheets, I've made a Google spreadsheet, and this is 3 columns. So it has the name, it has the time, and it has the topic. These are the 3 things. We have the name, we have the time, and we have the topic, right? So we're thinking ahead a little bit with that, and we are going to file and export this as a CSV. You need to make sure that the top row has the name, title, whatever the topic is, and go to File, Download, CSV. There we go. Once we have that downloaded, all we're going to do now is come over here and we're going to start replacing these fields. But we need to open Data Merge, which is in Window, Utilities, Data Merge. And again, we might want to save. We're going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'll risk it. I like to live dangerously. We are going to come over here and we are going to go to select data source. So Window, Utilities, Data Merge, and go to Data Source. And this is taking a little bit of time to set up, but I promise it will be faster. Now we're going to go to our downloads and just click right here to Canceled Con. And now you can see that it has the 3 columns that we had created: name, time, and topic. And because we have the style set for these, I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to click on time. I'm going to come down here, select all this, and I'm just going to replace it with name. And down here, I'm going to select this and replace it with topic. Now, here's where it gets totally crazy and insane, which I love. We're going to come over to links, and when we click on this image that we've placed here, it's going to show us a path. And this path right here is what we want. And you can grab that path by going to whatever your file folder is and go to Canceled Con. Sorry, I got distracted. You can go to whatever your file folder. Oh, I'm in the right place. I'm going to click on headshots. I'm going to grab the paths of these. You can right click and click on, where's information? rename, send to, give access, share, device, rotate, print, edit. There's a way to pull the information of this. Why can I not do it? Oh man, we kind of need this. If anyone in chat knows how to pull up what the destination is for this, please put it, properties. Yes, where's properties? Oh, yes, winners. Yes, you guys are awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Location, I actually don't want that. Details. Security? Details. There we go. Folder path. No, I want the actual. Darn. Okay. What I'm going to do. Show thumbnail. Panel options. Copy full path. That's what we want. We found it. We found it, guys. Yay. It's all in InDesign. So we're going to do copy full path. And what I'm actually going to do is come back into my CSV here. And I'm going to type this in and say image. And I'm going to place that path here. I honestly think this is going to work, but I also am like not fully confident. So we'll give it a try. All right. So what I'm going to do, this is actually Jordan's. So I'm going to come down here and put Jordan here. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and place all of these photos because I need to grab those paths. Boop. There we go. And I'm just going to come one by one. I'm going to go to copy full path on each of these links and paste them in where we have them. So there's Victor. We need Shauna. Where's Shauna? Oh, we haven't done Shauna. Shauna Lynn. There we go. We'll have her on at 11:30. And she will be doing, let's say lettering, because she's an amazing lettering artist. And there we go. So right now what we're doing, again, we're just copying these paths, and it's going to tell InDesign when we data flow this to say, hey, I know that you want to kind of put stuff in here. Here is the content to put in these particular places. Here's me. Yay. And the hoods, we are going to flow the same one, but they are separate. They are actually two people. So we're going to put that in separately. I'm going to download as a CSV one more time. Yes, this conference is real. It is happening. It is an actual thing. And we are going to go ahead and go here. Canceled con, we are going to go, to select data source. There we go. And we're going to do our new updated one, hit OK. And I believe that I can set this as the image. You know what? Here we go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave you right here for just a second. And I am going to double check something. I'm going to look real quick. And look at what the top command is that I need for the image. Image. There we go. See, this is something that I should know, and I thought that I did, but I did not quite. Select data source. Yep. This is all happening. I need to do a placeholder. That's what I believe I need to do. Yep, this might not be exactly what we want, but you know what? We're going to go ahead without data flowing the images. I'm going to try one more thing, which I think is Command D place. Yes, that is Victor. Hi, Victor. You know what? We're just going to do this because we're, I think, wasting a little. No, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. We need to do a rectangular frame. We're going to do the frame here. There we go. And I believe that we need to set this image to that frame. Then we're going to go to frame options, fitting image. It's doing text. It's doing text. All right. I don't know how to do this. I did it wrong. I apologize. We're just going to place them. So now basically what's happening is because we've defined all of these things, I'm going to go to preview and look at this. It's filling in all of the different things for me. My name got a little bit cut off. That's fine. We'll fix that. It's filling in all of these different things for me. So this is something that you can do. I've done this with literally thousands of names on name tags. I forgot to switch back, guys. All right, let's take a breath. Let's take a drink and let's pull it together. All right, here we are. So we have it all flowed in here. We have everything designated in InDesign. So we have the time, we have the name, and we have the topic. We are going to go ahead and go to Create Merge Document. We want all records to be selected. We want a single record per page because we're going to be exporting all of these. And we are going to hit OK. And what's going to happen is now it's going to take each of those names, each of those times, and flow them onto a different document for us. So we hit OK. That's OK. And now if I zoom out here, you'll see we have all of these in separate documents that we can export all of them, right? Super nice. So all these names have been made for us, and there is a way to data flow these images. I'm so sorry that I don't have it and we're not doing it right now, but I know it's possible. And if we take a second, I may actually look up real quick so I can show you. But what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go back and Command D and replace these images. And again, they are set to scale, so it's very easy. And if we run into issues like this, where maybe the background is too light, we can, yes, it's a huge time saver. We can come in here and just change these to whatever we need them to be. So I want this all actually to be, we were using that kind of off gray. So I think we're using like a 90% gray. There we go. And now I'm just selecting all of these and putting them into that 90% gray. So it's really about maximizing your time and trying to make these as quick as possible. Oops. Trying to make it as quick as possible to make a bunch of these names. Yes, time saver, Andrew. So that's me. We're just going to go here. And I probably need to take my name a little bit down. An easy thing to do is Command Shift C. Oops. It is Alt Shift C. Nope. Command Option N. No, that's not it. There's a hotkey that will rescale this to exactly the size that we want. My name is too long, so we're just going to come in here and pull the size down a little bit. No problem. There we go. We're having some issue with the end of my name here, but that's fine. We will figure that out. I'll put this down over my eyes. And again, we are going to do the swatches. Come over here, make those gray, make that white. Cool. Nick. Hi, Nick. Nick Longo. There we go. And again, all these placeholders are made for us, which is super helpful. And then we can come in here and just augment, and it's way faster to do a bunch of images at the same time. We ran into some issues with the flowing of the images, and if those would have gone smoothly, it actually would have been way easier. So we're going to go ahead and add the hoods. This one is Jen. This one is Amy, I believe. The way to tell, Amy has tattoos, Jen does not. So I think that there are tattoos here. I'm not fully confident, but because these are data flowed, we can come in here and just augment these images to be like, hey, this is just Jen. Like, Amy's not even there. Sorry, Amy. But Amy is going to get her own. So we'll just place that in here. Again, this is super, super quick and easy. And we've made all these in a matter of minutes to flow them all together. There we go. Victor, I know Victor is in chat. Hey, Victor. Hello, friend. We're dropping Victor in here. There we go. Victor, this is going to go into that gray. There we go. We're losing some of the .com there, but we can figure that out later. And we already did Jordan's, and then we have Shauna that we will drop in here. And again, because they are set to size, it's very easy and quick for us to redo these. Cool. So we can find different images. We can scale those or tone those differently. But that's a very quick way to work with those in InDesign, how to data flow. We just did so many things. My goodness. Yes, we have 30 minutes until the feedback that's happening on Behance. I'm going to hop over into our Discord chat. Let's hop over here. Cool. So our friend Gus said hello. Hi, Gus. If you guys are wanting to use any of the Photoshop actions that we are making, you can use those in the folder. One more time, just to recap, over on canceledcon.com if you're just joining us. There is a button right here with design assets. It has all the design assets in there. You can make things kind of do whatever you want, which will be super, super fun. So let's, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? Should we hop over into Illustrator? The next thing that we need to do is we need to make maybe some promotional stuff. Do we want to hop into Illustrator and do some promo, maybe cards, maybe some social media images, maybe a poster? One of our sponsors is Mama Sauce, and they're a printing company. And so they might do some prints for us. Should we do some fun little prints? Fun little prints. You don't have to be rich to be a girl. We sing on this stream a lot. Anytime I'm on camera, I sing. We're slowly losing this, and this is going off the rails. But we have literally an hour left, so we are going all the way off the rails. What do we want to do, chat? Head into Illustrator and make some posters, do some fun stuff. Talk to me. Let's go ahead and let's make some posters. Yeah, let's do some posters. That should be fun. I'm going to pull you over here just for a second and say hello. Hello to my face. I need to check in. And there we go. All right. Oops, I need to grab that and pull it over here. There we go. Now we're back. Posters sound fun. I haven't listened to Eels in years. I'm almost off print. Would be dope. Yeah. Okay, cool. Posters. Posters it is. Now, I also want you all to make posters as well, but we were going to make a poster here. I'm going to make it 18 by 24. Oh, my settings are at point. So we're going to go to Command K, and that's going to change over. Command Shift I. Thank you. We are going to hit Command K. That will pull up our user preferences. We're going to go to units and change this over to inches because we're going to be working in inches now. We're going to set this to 18 by 24. Because that's a cool size for a poster. We're going to select this object, go to Object, Artboards, Convert to Artboard. Now we have an 18 by 24 artboard. How do you use Illustrator? Take a 5-minute survey and help us make Illustrator better for you. Should we do it? We're not going to do it. Not on stream. But I definitely want you guys, if you get this pop-up, go do it. I'm going to do it right after the stream. I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to do it after because it actually is super helpful. I got to meet with the Illustrator people, and they were super interested how we use it as creative. So give that feedback. It went away. I'll fix it. I'll find it. All right. So let's hop over here. I'm going to go into our design assets. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to pull some of the key messaging. Because we want to make some posters, I am going to come to key messaging. And the key messaging that we're using here for posters and promos as defined, creativity is canceled, creative is over party, sorry I'm getting canceled, the perfect time for canceled plans. I think that I want to do sorry I'm getting canceled, but do it like we saw here. So maybe it just says sorry, we're canceled, right? And it's one of those signs that we put on the door. I think that's a super fun kind of goofy idea. So I'm actually going to make this into an 8.5 by 11. There we go. So we got an 8.5 by 11. This way someone can print it out, and if they're at home and their parents are like, hey, what are you doing in there? They can put the sign in the door that's sorry, I'm getting canceled, which is super fun. So I'm actually going to pull some inspiration real quick. I'm actually going to look at Adobe stock. Oops, stock.adobe, that's what it is. And we are going to check out like a closed sign. And here I'm just kind of looking for inspiration. I like this. I like the overlap of the kind of like script, but then with something super thick and chunky. This is exactly what I like, this kind of thing. So let's go ahead and hop back in. I definitely want to make it our darker color that we've been using on the back. See, and this is something that happens with branding. We want to think ahead, right? So in theory, I should make this black, or I should make this our gray color, and then put the type over here, right? But thinking ahead for the application of this, if people are printing these at home, we actually want to help them use as little ink as possible. And so I'm going to make this white, right? And we can do it pretty much the same. We are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and fill in this type using white. So I'm going to do the canceled word first. And we're going to do two versions because there's quite the controversy about how canceled is spelled. It's spelled both ways, don't worry. So I'm going to grab something from our type hierarchy. It's down here. I'm actually going to grab it and pull it up here just so I can have it handy. I could make paragraph styles, but I'm not going to right now. And we're pulling this down here. There we go. So I want something tall, so I'm actually going to grab this. That's not quite doing it for me. I need something that's way taller. So I'm going to use titling so that it stays in the same family. And sometimes with brands like this, we need to make some compromises. So I want something that's tall and thick like that, which is titling. There we go. And maybe this is going to be something that's a little bit smaller. Is there a titling like ultra compressed? Yes. There we go. Now I can really boost it. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump the jam. Pump it up now. All right. There we go. We got about a half hour till portfolio reviews. All right. So we have the big canceled. And up here, we need to do the sorry. And then I'm getting. We're going to grab a script. So I'm going to go over to Adobe Fonts. Actually, I can do this in here. Let's type out the word sorry. And something that I like to do that I've learned about doing that kind of like incline is to do this. I will rotate by 20 degrees, going R, hitting enter and going 20. Oops. I think I did it by 2. 20 degrees. Hit OK. There we go. 20 degrees. And then we're going to select this. So I rotate by 20 degrees and then I skew by 20 degrees. So I'm going to come into the scale, shear. We're going to hit enter and do 20. And now it's got that cool kind of leaning forward and climbing look. We also could do this with a envelope distort, but I think I want to use this for right now. So I'm going to have this selected. Come in here and we are going to go to find more. It is going to initialize. And while we wait, we are going to take a drink. There we go. And I want to go to filters and I want something that's a script. So I'm going to click on a script here. And I think that I want a script that maybe has a thick to thin. Do I want it mono weight? I think I want something that's a little more painterly, that's thick to thin. And so what I can do now is I can just start scrolling through these and I can see what they look like all together. Oh, it's in all caps and we actually don't want that. So I'm going to come back over here and just go, sorry. Oh, it's set to all caps. Let's change that. There we go. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. So we want to go find more. There we go. And we're just going to start kind of scrolling through these till I find one that I feel like could work for that kind of scripty look that we had seen before. A lot of these scripts are going to get a little bit wonky. I kind of like that one. I kind of like Victor. Let's go with Victor. Let's make a note. Let's sync it. So we're going to sync Victor real quick. And then I'm going to come back up here and check out some that maybe might be a little more mono weight. None of these are looking that interesting to me. They're a little bit too wide. That could be it. That could be close. Yeah, I want something like an old pizza joint. Exactly. And if anyone is a lettering artist, please, if you want to make a cool script of the word sorry, I will definitely put it on here to put all together. Yeah, none of these are exciting to me right now for this. Actually, this is interesting. I like this one a lot. All right, we're going to... Ooh. There we go. I need to sync it, and it's called Mahalia. So while that's syncing, we're going to add up the rest here. And I'm just going to say I am currently getting canceled. Let's just say I am getting canceled and see if we can fit this type up here. Actually, let's just have it say we're, because that's, I think, what we saw in some of the other ones, is it just said like, sorry, we're closed. And so saying, sorry, we're canceled, I think is kind of fun. There we go. And then, excuse me, the sorry here, once we get it in, we'll add some kind of embellishments under here. Let's hop back and look. Yeah, so there's kind of this embellishment happening under, and I've seen it a couple places, that it has a little bit of that twist, a little bit of that rise, like this, that has that little rise with the underscore. And I might make this not as harsh. All right, now I've forgotten what the type is that we synced, but that's okay because I can use the filters to see. Sorry. Where's the one? Clear all, and I want my scripts. Elephant. Where's the name of the one? Matura? No, that wasn't it. Milestone. Actually, that's kind of cool. Let's use that. And I'll just turn it in a little bit. Malik, we are not getting canceled because of Corona. We are getting canceled in spite of it because this is the canceled con and we are taking back the word canceled. All right, so we have sorry. I'm actually going to put these into our brand colors now. We're going to put this into gray. I'm going to bring this to the front and make this red and multiply it down so that we have that kind of overlay. And maybe let's do this. Let's put it in a box. So let's put it in like one of our redacted things, kind of going through the edge here. I'm going to go into outline mode so I can follow the kind of line. There we go. And pull this so that it's just a box. There we go. Come back out of outline modes. I'm going to multiply this. And I need to bring that type to the top. And we're going to set that to normal and make it white. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's looking cool. All right, cool. That's fun. That's fun, and I like it a lot. Yeah, that's definitely it. We're going to put a canceledcon.com up in the corner. And we're just going to drop this into our PT mono. Oh, my clear. There we go. Mono. There we go. I actually want this to be in lowercase, so I'm going to turn off all caps and bring it on down to Plasticville. And something I love doing with like different brands is doing stuff like this to where it overlaps. And it makes it kind of hard to read sometimes, but what I can do is I will leave it fairly large. and we'll find somewhere for it to go so that it still interacts, but that it is still very readable. So I'm going to make it our darker color again. There we go. And now it's going to be interacting with this box here. And I'm just going to make a bunch of copies of it. Let's do 3. So that it sits up in this corner, looks cool, has a kind of aesthetic. And yeah, there we go. It's a little bit too big, so we'll shrink that down. There we go. Sorry, we're canceled. Got it. Super fun. I love this. This is actually going right now. Let's do this. Command-Shift-Save. We're going to an EPS, canceled con, and this is going to be canceled poster. Use artboards. What artboard are we using? 10. And we're going to save it. All right, y'all, that poster that we just made is now in the Creative Cloud folder. You can go download it and print it if you want, or you can augment it and make your own. Let's do one more, and I'm going to make some social media images here. We're just going to do some boxes. And again, I want to go back to pixels. How long do we have? 20 minutes. What font are you using, Andrew? Ashi, if you go to canceledcon.com and click on the assets folder, they are all defined there. And so we actually have this file here for you, and you can sync them all to the cloud very quickly, very easily, and kind of do whatever you want with them. So yeah, canceledcon.com, click on that design assets button. Oh, I need to switch back into, sorry, pixels. Units, pixels, okay. There we go. And I'm going to click and make these 1080 by 1080. There we go. Rather large. We're just going to go up here. And yes, I work on one artboard for everything. All right, object. We're going to make these into artboards. And the thing that I really want to play with that I think is just super fun is this idea of creative as over party, because I like strong, bold messaging. And I feel like that's been such a thing lately on Twitter of people like getting canceled. And it's like Harry Styles is over party, but like he didn't do anything. Or like literally yesterday, Timothy Chalamet like tried to get canceled, and it was like Chalamet is over party. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do cancel. Let's cancel creative. Cause that's what we're doing. Creativity is canceled, y'all. But it's canceled con. Ooh, play on words. Love it. All right, so we're going to come back here, and I'm going to kind of play with the redacted and extended vibe that we've been having. I really like this mark, guys. We did a good job. We're going to place it here. Oh, I guess we're going to place it over there. I'm going to actually want to make it really small because I want it to be something that like you kind of have to look at, and I'm just going to do hashtag creative. Man, my all caps is turned on. I need to make sure that goes off. Creative is canceled party. And this is what I'm going to be using during the stream for people to connect online. This hashtag, as well as like CancelCon and that stuff. But I want to have a hashtag that's like sassy and kind of fun. And let's actually play with what we've done. Oh, creative is over party. That's what we've been using. Sorry. And I'm going to leave this right at the bottom so that it's like almost a little teaser. I love having to make people look into things a little bit. So right after this stream, I'm going to tweet out maybe, or right before the stream, maybe I'll tweet out something with this hashtag so that when people search the hashtag, it will come up. So we're going to go ahead and align this straight to the center here. I want it to be in the center of this zone. Good way. Thanks for hanging out. It is super fun to do this live for you. And it's saving me a bit of time in promoting this conference and getting all the assets out. And hopefully you guys have everything so that you can create your own assets. Creative is over party. We are going to, of course, do our signature strike through on this. If it doesn't get too hard to read, let's see what happens. And I want it to be in the center of It's in the center of the capitals. We'll leave that and see how it looks. Don't like it. So this is something, again, we talked about this yesterday, technical versus optimal alignment. This is technically aligned right, but optically not. So I want it to cover the lowercase letters a bit too. So I'm going to pull it down just so it goes over the bottom of the E. So now there's a little bit of overlap, which is what I want. I'm actually going to pull it. Yeah, I guess that works. The E has the overshoots up here. But I guess that works. I'm going to scale it in just a little bit so that it doesn't have so much on the edges. Align it to the center. There we go. There we go. Super fun. Super fun, y'all. I think it's bold. It's kind of in your face. And again, it goes with our branding. Like it's cheeky. It's a little bit punchy. It's a little bit in your face. And I think just posting this will be interesting and hopefully has people looking into the conference a little bit more. And I wonder, all right, chat, this is where I need your help. I wonder if we use one of these assets and we use this asset here. So do we want version A or we'll do it over here? Actually, this is going to be backwards. The left one is going to be A. The right one's going to be B. Sound off in chat. So we do this, delete this. There we go. Do we want to have this one down at the bottom? Which one do we like better for like a promo? Left or right? A is on this side, B is on this side. Let me know in chat. I'm leaning towards B, but I'm open to being persuaded. It's the time in the stream when my shoulder starts getting weird from holding the mouse, so I'm going to be massaging my shoulder as I talk about this. One other thing that I want to do is, again, I'm trying to make these social media images just very punchy, very red, black, and white, so they stand out among all the noise of like the infographics and things that are posting. B, yeah, I think B. Yep. Thanks, chat. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I made a mistake. Oh, you know what that means? Oh, you know what that means? Y'all, you know what that means? We get to do my favorite thing. Dun, 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 banish to the shadow realm. These are all the ideas in the shadow realm that we thought were terrible. Oh yeah, there's one over here too. This side, I'm going to hear. There you go. There we go. All those ideas over on that side don't get to come in. They're in quarantine because they're bad ideas and they don't get to be a part. That's the shadow realm over there. All right, cool. B and reduce the logo a little. I kind of agree with that. Let's take it down by 10%, down to 90. There we go. 10 years dungeon. Yes. All right, we got about 10 minutes left, so we're going to do one more poster. But first, I am going to post this. Again, I'm trying to optically align that because it looks a little wonky to me. I'm going to post this asset into our shared Creative Cloud folder, and I am just going to call it Creativity is Over Party. Do it as an EPS so you guys can mess with it if you want. Go to 12 and boom. Creativity is Over Party. That file is now in the Adobe Cloud. I'm going to tweet this out like literally right after this so that we have an image that is happening on Instagram, on Twitter. No one's used this hashtag yet, so hold off until I do that, and then you can post, or you can repost. Again, you can follow me. I haven't plugged myself yet today. Love that. You can follow me at hawk.co on Instagram, or here on Behance, just at hawk.co. Get those challenge entries in. Check the challenge tab above. We're going to do one more poster because we have 10 minutes, and I want to do one that says creativity is canceled because I think it's bold and brash and I love it. So we're going to do it with our, we're going to do it with this super thick heading of the titling wide black. And I'm just going to paste this up here and type out creativity is canceled. And again, we're running into the same issue that I think is going to be an issue in a bunch of places, is that this is too wide. Actually, let's see if we scale it down. Does this still have the same punch? I don't feel like it does. I feel like I want it big and tall. We're going to do another A/B test. This one is going to get the full logo at the bottom. All right, full logo at the bottom. We're going to shrink it down a bit. We might even put a logo under there. We'll see. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to try doing, again, another titling that is taller so that we can really push it to new heights. Get it? Because it's taller. Man, this doesn't have the weight that I want it to, so let's try to make it in this black. It still doesn't have... I think there's a skyline that we could do. There we go. Let's try that and see if we can really push it. You know what? I'm not putting the branding on here. I'm just doing this. There we go. And of course, canceled is getting the signature red strike through with a multiply. This is so aggressive, but like in a fun way, hopefully. We're going to line it to that E. And then let's go ahead and let's put the website down there, because I think that having some kind of reference will be good. And again, we're going to do move is canceled on one line. Oh, like this way? Okay, that's interesting. And then here we'll do canceledcon.com. Put that here at the bottom. Doing a puzzle theme post for Instagram to reveal the title. The title is already out there. This is all happened and happening. It's all happening at the same time. All right, I outlined it, y'all. I made the like cardinal mistake. All right. Is canceled. Yeah, this actually might fit way better. Let's make this one. Let's space it out a little bit because it's getting a little too close for me. It needs to be at least 6 feet, right? That's the thing. All right, let's move this up. Should we have this on the word creativity on this one? Let's try that and see how it looks. Because that could be interesting to have it on the word creativity, to say like no creativity and it's canceled. Creativity is canceled. Let's extend this out to that I. There we go. Some visual balance. Let's go ahead and drop. Let's just do the little tag that we've used over here. But let's put it at the top, like one of the like keep calm and carry on posters. I think that could be interesting. Little tiny one. And then dropping the canceled con down here. Let's blow this up a little bit. Blow this up, drop this down. Hello, which software? We are in Illustrator today. We were in InDesign a little bit earlier, but we are bouncing around. All right, fam. Do we want A? Do we want B? Or do we want C? All right, A, B, or C. Which one do we like as a promo design? It's funny that there's a delay in chat, and so I talk now to like stall, and then I see your answers as I'm moving on, but you're like hearing me stall for a little while, which I'm gonna take a drink of water. Thank you. 5 minutes to get your portfolio or your daily challenges in. A. Everyone loves A. Okay, A is A is in. I'm also gonna drop B into the folder for you, and we know what's gonna happen to C. This is what I've never done the Shadow Realm before, and I'm just in love with it now. All right, we did it. Shift O. There we go. Artboards. All right, these two are going into the folder for you as well. I'm going to go, because I'm exporting them all, I'm going to go to export for screens. I'm going to clear selection, and I want this one. I want this one. Let's do a square one of the sorry we're canceled if we have time after looking at the daily challenges. So we have those two. We are going to do a PNG for you all. Absolutely. We are also going to add in an SVG. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm going to save them into that CancelCon folder, but I need to name them first. So this is maybe social share 1. Got it. This is maybe social share 2. Oh, Hakan, letter D, the like D one is already in the folder for you. We approved that one. It was good to go. All right. So again, Creative Cloud folders are the best because now I can come into CancelCon assets, and guess what? We now have Creativity is Canceled, social share. We have some SVGs here. They are great for you guys to go share or to mess around with and use those files for your happiness and whatever you like. I didn't export a PNG of this one, I believe, or I didn't export a PNG of that one. So I'm gonna export this, the Creative is Over party, real quick, just for you. This is gonna be social share 3. Actually, what do we call it? I think we saved as an EPS as something else. Let's do this. I'm just going to save it as both, and then that way I'm going to export for screens, and just do that one. We're going to name it Social Share 3. And with the same settings, that way it's not getting confusing as we look into our folder. There is a random one that we called, and I think we called it Canceled. CanceledCon logo. Actually, let's look here. In our folder, 2 minutes till we get there. Did I say Hakan? That's awesome. I like that. Logo white. Why is the white one black? I messed that up. I'm sorry. I'll go back through and fix some of these are weird. See that one? Oh, wide. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Creativity is canceled. There it is. Social share, photo treatments, all the social shares. Cool. Those are looking good. You guys can use them for whatever you want to go in those files, mess around with them, and make some cool stuff. All right. Anything else that we haven't done yet? I think we have a minute, so let's go ahead and start the daily challenge reviews a little bit early. There's our friend Gus, and we're hopping into the current challenge. Let's do this. Let's flip you guys over to this one. If you have not submitted your daily challenges yet, you can do it here at the Photoshop Discord happening up top. But we are going to take a look here. Join us in Discord. We're having a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to give you a bunch of feedback on the challenges, a little bit of today, a little bit of yesterday. If you have not done the challenge yet, you can do the challenge by going over here to behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. Today, we're looking at layer styles. I believe Jose's doing these, which is super cool. I haven't met him yet, but hopefully one day. Layer styles are going great. You can watch the video and catch up, get all of the source files, and let's hop over and look at what you guys have been doing. Okay, so we're doing layer styles today, and I'm going to kind of just scroll up, and then we'll scroll our way down. When I give feedback, I am trying to be helpful. So if I say something that is offensive to you or you be hurt or something, I'm here to help you. So I'm hopefully helping and trying not to be dismissive or anything. So I don't know. Let's keep it positive. And hydrated. And wash your hands. All right, so let's talk about this. Photo for challenge 2. They were talking about toning yesterday. Young Designs. This is a great job at toning, and this is a great job. We talked about it a little bit today of using overtones and undertones to augment your blacks. So here, the black that's happening here, which is the darkest, is kind of almost like a purpley color. You'll see this a lot in like indie photos or like high fashion kind of stuff. But then we come over here, and we've seen that those have been taken up to more of a blue. So we've moved from purple to blue, which means that we have increased the blues. We have decreased we've probably increased the greens a little bit here. But this is looking good. This is looking great. A good little change. Sports Day, attempt to pick one. I know there are issues with the removal of background objects. Totally fine. You are doing it. So we have a kid running with some background here. And here we have taken out that. Looks great. I'm not sure if you used the content aware fill or not, but it's looking good. The lines follow here, which is great. And then I'm guessing that this is an adjustment layer, and you're working with either color separations, you're working with selective colors and just keeping that green. Some of the extra that's happening around here, I don't know if I could do without it, but it's kind of fun, but it's a little bit distracting, maybe taking it down a little bit so it's a little more subtle. And then working with the type here, it looks like you've added some texture. You've added the bevel and emboss. I would maybe incorporate some of this green that you're using here into the type. It could help pull it together a little bit. There we go. This is better. This is better, and I like this. This layout is way better. Yes, and I'd maybe incorporate some of that green into maybe the texture that's happening on that type. So great job, Claire. All right, Shui. Here, challenge 1, I'm guessing you are working with, actually, you know what? We can find out. You're working with retouching. Create animal drastic portraits by adding highlights and shadows. Cool. Yep. Dodging and burning. This looks great. The only thing that I would give you is if you are dodging, do it in the corners of the eyes and do it at a 45-degree angle, and it will really give you that pop in the eyes. Day 2 challenge, Ring of Fire, and this photo, compositing them together. This is really great. This is a great composite. I like that you got the bokeh happening here through everything kind of out of focus. I think she has gotten a little bit too red. When you're toning something to have like a light hitting them and you're doing it artificially, because it is black and white here, you could actually paint in a little bit of color. And I'd maybe add like a little bit of color here. It's maybe a green light or some blue light happening here, and then lighten up the shoulders a little bit. And that way it will look a little less flat and will create some dimension of adding some more color on top of that. And you can do that with the brush. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this image preview. Let's go back into Photoshop. I'm just going to show you how to do that. We're going to do new. I'm going to paste this in here. So a way to do this could be to add in another layer. So we're going to add a layer, Command-Shift-N for a new layer. I'm going to hit OK, and we're doing blending modes today. So I'm just going to grab a super soft brush, and I'm going to set it to this kind of light blue because blue and red have good contrast. I'm going to make sure that it is all the way feathered out over here. And I'm just going to kind of push this to the side, right? Maybe there's something coming over this way. And I'm going to change that mode to overlay. And then in theory, we could get more technical with it, but we can just erase a lot of this right here. But I just want it to catch kind of the side of her hair. And you'll see that it's giving a little bit of dimension there, but we also can maybe bring that down into the shoulder. See if we get a little bit of that onto that shoulder there. And let's play with maybe, let's do hue, and then let's bring the opacity down. And so this really all it's doing is adding a little bit more a visual interest, a little bit more change. I'm also going to do on the other side, add in maybe some green. And we're going to change that to color. And then again, I'm just, I'm hitting all kinds of weird things. Just going to erase out some of this extras. And again, you could mask this way better and way more easily. But doing that adds a little bit of visual interest on these to kind of keep it fresh and different. And again, you can dodge and burn by doing an overlay, fill, okay. Grab that dodge tool, and we're just going to lighten up her shoulders a little bit to get a little bit so it looks like that light is hitting on those different colors. And maybe pull up a little bit here on those sides. There we go. So you'll see with these adjustment layers that we added on there, it's just making her body feel a little less flat and feeling like it's got a little dimension, like it's a little more part of the scene, especially because you have different colored lights happening around. So that was that. Sorry, we got a little bit distracted there. But great job, Guga. We're going to hop over back here. Nope, that's the wrong. There we go. Challenge 3. There we go. More. Oh, okay. So we're working with like motion blurs and stuff. That's kind of cool. I would actually, you had removed a couple things from the background. I would remove this as well. Willie, I would remove this up here because it's distracting and taking away from your type that's happening here. And I also would make this type probably this red color so that it isn't competing. It's a little too dark to be on that black background for me. Oh, nice. This guy, love it that you've added the highlight on his face. We talked about adjustment layers a little bit yesterday. More compositing. This is a super clean composite. I would scale her up. So in theory, if you're looking at the two differences, at the relation, the books that are happening in the background are technically bigger than her head. And so you want her to be much bigger to have the proper scale so it looks like she's actually a part of the scene. But the toning and coloring looks great. All right, Claire, feedback. Yeah, looking good. Okay, so we're moving along here. Let's see. All right, cool. So let's take a look here. That's a cool effect. That's a really cool effect that you're getting here with kind of the glow and the selective colors. Yeah, you did a great job at like masking this out. Did you remove anything from the bark? No, okay. I would maybe actually go in and remove these little blotches that are happening. I would go in and remove these little blotches just so that it will kind of be a little more focused and be a little bit easier to see and focus on what you want in that. Great job. This pink is super vibrant. I would look at your masking a little bit. It looks like there's a little pink around the edge, and I don't think we want that. I think we want it to be a little more clean. Oh boy. Cool. So that's great. Again, if you have not already, hop on over to the Behance page. Start working on this stuff. Which way? That way. Start working on this stuff and do these challenges. They're really great and really fun for everyone to be a part of. Let's see what else. We've got about I don't know, 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes. I'm going until 1:45, right, Voodoo Val? 1:55. I think is the answer. So let's hop over here again. Again, design assets. If you guys are making any cool stuff, we'll be setting up a place for you to put those design assets soon so that it becomes an open source, as well as if you have any kind of digital assets that you want to be a part of the swag bags for Canceled Con, we'll have a place for you to put that. We're just going to have an open source swag bag for everyone to be a part of, which will be pretty cool. So let's hop back in here for the next few minutes, and let's make one more social media image, and I'm going to make this Sorry We're Canceled just because it's kind of fun, but I'm going to make it in a square format. And again, if you're working on your daily challenges and you post something in our Discord, just let me know in chat. Just pop in chat and we'll hop back over there and we'll do some more critique as we go. You know what? I don't need to do this. I can just make one that's 1080 by 1080. Boom. All right, there we go. And we're going to make this object artboards, convert to artboard. There we go. Hi, Myra. Welcome to the party. And we're going to do a Sorry We're Canceled. And maybe let's do, should we do something that it's over? That like it's like a hanging sign. I think that's kind of fun. Okay, let's make it a hanging sign. This is going back to some of my daily creative challenges. If you haven't watched, I've done a bunch of Illustrator daily creative challenges. And our last one, we talked about adding effects like drop shadows. And that's what we're going to do here. Is I'm going to make this kind of a light white. I never like to make things like fully white. I like this kind of off-white, light white. And these, yeah, these look like it got a little bit wonky. So let's go ahead and see if I can fix that. Maybe negative 0.5. Nope. All right. Sorry, whoever created this font. I've done bad things to it. We'll fix that with the anchor points. All right. So we have the sign. This is super fun. I'm actually going to move the websites up and over to the corner so they can get a little bit bigger so people can see. That's fun. Actually, let's do this. Let's put the website down here at the bottom and put the logo up at the top so that people can get familiar with the logo. So let's go here. There we go. This is feeling right. I'm going to lock that. There we go. Here we go. And this little guy is just going to be one color because I don't want him distracting from things. All right. How do we like this logo being up in this corner? It feels like it's getting a little bit busy. It feels like it's getting a little bit busy, but maybe that's kind of cool. I hate it. I hate it. All right. We're going to leave the triple one up here because I think that's actually kind of cool and interesting. And then we'll just not have the logo on here. Why not? I'm going to punch a hole in this so that it has a little hole to hang on. Yeah, take it off. Yep. There we go. Now we punched a hole in it. Now I'm going to go to Effect. I want Outer Glow, which is under Stylize Outer Glow. There we go. And we're just going to take this to normal, and I'm going to take it down to like 10%. So this is just to give a little bit of that illusion. It's not quite enough, so we're going to go up to 20%. There we go. That feels just about right. And then should we have it like hanging on something or have something in the background that is something else? I don't know what though. That's the thing. Do we want it like off center like that? That could be interesting. Yeah, sure. I think that's interesting. And then maybe the background becomes this red color. Let's see if we hate this or not. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I think it's kind of interesting. I also don't think we need the punch out, so I'm going to delete that. I know, I don't think I can use a real conference poster because then it's just like, oh yeah, this conference was canceled. But this is, oh, you know what? Guys, what are we doing here? Of course. Let's do this. Let's grab, oh, I've been waiting to use this. Let's grab our fully blocked out reversed logo in white and put it down in the corner. I've been waiting to use that for so long. I'm going to rotate this the other way. All right. And then let's put the logo up here in this corner. Is it too much to have the logo on twice? It's too much to have the logo on twice. We're going to bring this up and just move the other one to the center. There we go. That's kind of fun. How do we feel about this? Are we vibing it? Are we not loving it? How do we feel about the current situation? I'm also going to take the drop shadow on this, or the outer glow on this a little bit. Take it up to 30. Not a fan of that red. I agree. The red's super harsh. If it's on white, let's use the regular logo there. Repeat the horizontal graphic. Repeat the horizontal logo you have behind the graphic. That's good. Cool. Yeah, so maybe we just take this one, the horizontal one, and put it at the bottom here. Do the red that we've been using. It's blocked out. There we go. Yeah, this is better because I think this helps inform that this is actually a thing and not just like that some other conference got canceled. Yep, that feels good to me. You feeling better about that? Digging the red, I'm about to upload this right now. Here we go. File, export for screens. This is going to be just social share 4. There we go. SVG, PNG, export artboard. Oh, wait. Oh, clear selection. I just want this one. There we go. No, why are you still doing that? Social share 4. Range. I don't want that one to happen. There we go. All right, boom. It is now. Cool. It is now in the Creative Cloud folder for you. Again, go to canceledcon.com and grab those design assets. Do whatever you want. All right, we have about 7 minutes left. What should we do for 7 minutes? Let's see. Photoshop actions, I need to build those out and get some speaker images for them to promote. Maybe we don't do that because we have so many guests. Maybe we just have everyone use these kind of things. Let's look at our key messaging again in our design assets. My lips are so dry. I'm sorry, you just had to listen to me like, that's your ASMR for the day. That was weird. Photo treatment. So the photo treatment from today is in there if you'd like to change a profile picture or anything like that. Let's also, let's do this. Let's do, I'm trying to think. We should do a circle profile picture. Actually, we kind of already have one, so I think we're fine. Man, I am like the kombucha girl when I try to have ideas. All right, let's not do it. Cool. So we have all the files in here. We have all the posters that we have made today. We have the typography. We have some social share stuff. If you'd like to share this on social media, make sure you are hashtagging and tagging people. There is no Canceled Con account. It is just my account because that's where I had the idea and that's where it started, and now it's out of control. So you can follow that at hoch.co, and I will be posting updates as they come. And posting about all of this branding today. I'll be posting the Creative is Over party for the start of our campaign, sharing these assets, sharing the folder. And we also are super, super excited to have Adobe on as a sponsor of the event, which is going to be very fun. They'll be giving away some Creative Cloud subscriptions. And so we will be launching in probably next week a fun giveaway for all of you that are creating and sharing assets. We'll be giving away maybe some Creative Cloud subscription, a Creative Cloud subscription as you make these and tag these, but that's coming next week. So make sure that you're following Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, some of those channels. It may be coming. We have a few left. Yes, now is the time to ask any last minute questions. Please ask questions. I'm going to take a drink as the chat delays, and I wait for you to catch up with me saying, hey, do you want to ask any questions? Oh yeah, let's do, never mind. We're just wasting time at this point. We've got a few more minutes left. Go ahead and ask questions in chats, or just say, hey, toss in some snide remarks. I'm gonna hop back into Discord here and look at the current challenge. Couple other people have added. Oh, wow, this type is really good. Mi amor Luna. We talked about your stuff yesterday. I remember you. This is looking great. Good masking here. This type is super fun. What will the schedule be like? Everyone speaking. So the schedule will be happening. I'm currently working on the schedule, as you can see in this tab here. And the schedule will be posted hopefully next week with some open spots. This is the entire lineup. You can see it so far at canceledcon.com. It's everyone and their mother. I should have my mom on the stream. I should actually have my mother on the stream. All right, I'm adding my mom to the lineup. My mom's going to be at Canceled Con, y'all. It's going to be fun. So we have a bunch of people. You can find all that information at canceledcon.com. The schedule will be going live. It's a little bit of everything, so I want it to be a creative variety show. We have friends that are coming in to show you how to do yoga in your home office if you're working from home. I have someone who's doing an easy bake oven tutorial. We're going to have a florist show us how to make a floral arrangement. We have someone that is going to be tap dancing. And then we also have design talks. Christo is going to be there talking about business. This event is free. This event is totally free. It is online. It will be hosted at canceledcon.com, streaming online. Everyone in the world can tune in. It is April 4th and 5th from 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time to 8 p.m. So if you're somewhere else in the world, be sure to mark out the times, tune in for the people that you want, and come hang out. It is free. It will be free, and it will stay free for the entire time that we are doing it. We are taking on sponsors, but all of those sponsors are only giving us things that go back into the community. This is something that I saw a gap for community and wanted to invest back in it. So I have time right now, and I am investing my time with the hope that it will build with interest and amplify into something bigger, and trying to have the community come together, have businesses that want to be engaged with the community, engage and give you guys stuff. So yeah, Mama Hawk, that's Hawk. So something that you'll learn about, oh yeah, Pablo Sandy's coming on. I think he's going to talk a little bit and maybe draw some stuff and hang out with us. Yes, Mama Hawk. She actually goes by Hochradel. I grew up saying Hochradel, and when I went to college, everyone started saying Hawk, and it has changed to Hochradel. So now I say Hawk, and my family says Hook. So we'll have Mama Hochradel and Andrew Hochradel on the team. So thanks so much for hanging out on the stream today. One last drink. I will be hopping over into Discord. I'll be updating some of the files in those assets. I will be posting the Creative is Over party graphic so we can get that hashtag out. If you want to start sharing, people are coming, people RSVPing. I believe we have close to 1,000 people RSVP'd in 3 days, which is insane. I've cried like every night pretty much. Every time I look at the number, I'm like, what's happening? So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It's been a great time. I've absolutely loved it. Let's hop back into this one. I want to look. Hello. Yes, thank you so much. Be sure to spread the word about Canceled Con. It's something for everyone, and it's free. April 4th and 5th, it will be very fun. We'll be having a lot of portfolio reviews as well. So if you know a student, especially during this time, schools are closing down. So if you know a student who needs to get their portfolio together, we'll be doing portfolio reviews all day, both days, hanging out, giving feedback on that kind of stuff. So it has been a pleasure to hang out with you these last 2 days. Canceled Con is not stopping here. It is forging forward for the next 2 weeks. You'll be seeing more on the Adobe channels as they are officially sponsoring. Thanks, guys. And hopefully I'll see you again soon for some more Illustrator daily creative challenges. I love you guys. Go wash your hands. Be kind to each other. And if you're feeling stressed and are having issues with mental health, talk to your friends. They'll help, and they were there to love you. So talk about your feelings and go wash your hands. Oh, I missed the transition with my outro. All right, bye.